Respect. Welcome back. Welcome back to Smitty's Corner. So, I'm taking my time to get a few of these episodes loaded up for you guys. But on this one right here to start off with, let's go ahead and let's just think about truly the real intricate aspects of success, or at least what most people would consider it to be. To really get to that point of, I guess, if you would say, I don't know, chasing the bag, a certain lifestyle. Let's listen to someone who lives that lifestyle and see what they have to say as far as what it really takes to accumulate this lifestyle and keep it. I digress. My mic is muted. Thank you for tuning in to Smitty's Corner, and please smash the like button. I digress. My mic is muted. Let's rock out.
I tell people, if you're going to take this road, there's a huge sacrifice that people don't think about. You know, most people think, oh, I'm going to start a company, 2 months later it's going to be worth $1 billion, and I'm going to make a fortune. That is actually not what happens to 99% of people. 8 out of 10 fail. They have to do it 3 times. They spend a decade before they get their hit, or they work at one company for 15 years, and they finally get an exit. It's more like that, and the personal sacrifice is huge. There is no soccer game on Saturday. There's no Sunday dinner with the family. You're working because some guy in China or in India or some woman out there is kicking your ass, because we're in a global competition now. And so I don't care what your business is, men, women, you have to understand that you're going into a huge lifestyle change. And I tell people it's not for everybody. Don't do it if you don't have the stamina to get kicked around.
Yeah, let me say something to that part. Even starting, with my little itty bitty channel here, doing this YouTube thing, it is nowhere near the same as social media. People will look at and say, oh man, you ain't really doing nothing, because they only look at technical numbers. They don't realize all the hard work that's being put in to edit things, to find the right material, then go over, can I use the material? I mean, it is so many things that go into play when you're trying to make content in spaces like these. And it is definitely something that's very strenuous. And I'll tell you right now, I be telling folks, bruh, like, unless you buy, we all know about this, unless you buy your views and subscribers, which you can pay for. You can pay money and go ahead, and all of a sudden, boom, you up to 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever. That's not how I choose to do things. A lot of us, we want to build this up slowly but surely, organically. So one thing that I have learned is that a lot of folks that's been doing this, that's really, let's say, making good money and really got the high numbers and blue check marks and everything else, I can almost promise you just about all of them, it took a while for them to get there. I mean, years to get there. These people, you get to looking back on stuff, they've been on YouTube for almost 10 years. Yeah, you should be getting your flowers by then. But think about how long it took for them to move up on that ladder, considering they didn't cheat. So I'm just speaking on that in particular in a small scale. But yes, it's a lot of work. But I digress. My mic is muted. Let's rock out.
Driven into the ground and get up and do it again, and beaten up by people that tell you, this is not kumbaya stuff. This is hardcore stuff. And I meet many entrepreneurs that are in tears saying, I can't go on. I haven't seen, my significant other in 2 weeks. It happened to me in a class. I mean, I'm not sure how you're going to take this story, but I'm going to tell it to you anyways, okay? End of a class, 9 at night, 600 people. There's a fellow up at the top puts up his hand and say, Mr. O'Leary, look, I have to ask you a question. I haven't said anything all class, but I'm really hurting. Can you help me? And I said, what's your problem? Class goes dead silent because it's not going to be about business. And he said, today, my fiance came to me and said that I have to make a decision between our relationship and the business. And I said, oh, I'm not Dr. Phil here, but let's hear it. This guy had, in his dorm room in undergrad engineering, built an online cloud-based compliance tool for hedge funds with under 250 million to help them reduce their costs. It's a subscription service. The guy had a run rate of $5 million. He hadn't even graduated yet. I'm licking my chops at this business. This is fantastic. And then he said, but I have no time. And I never see my fiancée, and she wants me to come be with the family on Sundays just once. But I'm doing my compliance downloads on Sundays, and I have to deal with my customers because I got to be back in class at 8 o'clock in the morning on Monday. Now the class is looking at me saying, okay, big guy, what's the answer? I said, everybody, let's be pragmatic. Which is easier to replace? Your business or your fiancé? And the shit hit the fan with that. But let me ask you something. Clearly that match was not right, because if you're going to get into a relationship with an entrepreneur, man or woman, it doesn't matter. You have to understand what drives them. It's not going to be a successful union. It's not going to work. I think he made the right decision.
It's interesting that he said because he had to get to class at 8 a.m. I'm thinking, if he already has built this business, why does he need to be in school?
Because he wanted to finish and get his ring. And engineers in their 4th year want the ring.
Okay.
They have worked like, there must be some engineers in this room. They know what that's about. That puts you into a cult for the rest of your life. You don't leave without the ring. Like, that's not going to happen. Not in your 4th year. And I get it now because I work with a lot of engineers, but I remember that, and it stuck in my mind, and I think we really debated that about relationships and how important it is for your partner to understand the journey you're in.
Well, I would say this. I definitely get a lot of things that was said there. One thing I do take from that is there's a lot of sacrifice that has to be had. People think, I got some sales. My friends, a couple friends then shared my business a little bit, or nah. My point in saying that is people celebrate too daggone soon. There's a saying that is, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm very thankful I'm not where I was yesterday, right? I think a lot of us know that. And that's something that I take with me when striving towards what it is that I want to truly be successful in, right? I try to make sure that I always keep in mind, no matter the messages I may get from people and DMs and stuff, and I've seen you around, and because these things do happen, I was surprised at the notoriety that's slowly building. But I don't ever sit back and be like, yeah, I made it, I'm a superstar. Like, heck no. There's so much work to be done. But I am glad that right now here today, I got what buzz I got going on, and we're going to keep on pushing with that. You guys stay focused while doing so. But with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. This has been Smitty. Respect.